This week on Coffin Fodder, Wes Craven makes his first appearance as we sit down to talk about his seminal horror film and the introduction of Freddy Krueger, A Nightmare on Elm Street.
I am the devil, and I am here to do the devil's work.
I like to dissect girls.
This is God.
We have such sights to show you.
Look at me, Damien. It's all for you.
When there's no more room in hell, the dead will walk here.
I see dead red.
Even in hell. Oh, yes. Oh, no tears, please.
They're here.
Here's Johnny.
Hello and welcome to Coffin Fodder episode 51. I am your host, Mike Warby, and I am joined by the man who's always trying to kiss girls through the phone, Mr. Kyle Mickleborough. And the guy who's going to make sure his blood is everywhere when he dies, Mr. Brady Silzer. Hello. All over the walls, all over the roof.
All over me, baby.
Paint it. Paint that room before you go, man.
That would be the coolest way to go.
I mean, yeah, at least you get to make a scene. And make
A mural.
fucking scene with it.
But I want colors, all the colors of the rainbow.
And we are here to talk about our very first mystery hat pick, which is A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Mystery hat.
Yeah. So, obviously, one of the movies that needs like probably a very short introduction for most horror fans. I think most people, even if they haven't seen it, most people know this movie. It's because Freddy Krueger is like probably the top, if not number one, the second most famous slasher. I would say he's certainly top three.
I would say, yeah, it's Jason, Michael,
Yeah,
Freddy.
and Freddy. Those are, it's the pantheon.
That's literally like
And then
horror mascots.
Then number 4 would be Leatherface, if you were doing the Mount Rushmore of slashers.
Sure, yeah.
The founding fathers, if you will.
Yeah, exactly. The founding fathers.
Yeah, so I mean, this is the movie endlessly spoofed on another one that was spoofed on Simpsons that they did
Tons.
a really, really good job, where it's groundskeeper Willie.
Yeah.
And Homer turns up the furnace and he gets the fires leaps out of the boiler and burns Willie.
Burns Willie. Yeah.
He's like, "Do not touch Willie," and he's like, "Good advice." Cranks it up. Lousy smarch weather.
It's throughout pop culture a lot.
Yeah, it's very prevalent. I think it's like one of the first movies I've ever seen. Like Inception does what this movie does.
The dream stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
way better. But I think it started just
Sure.
as a lower scale movie, obviously.
A lot, but it's a neat idea.
But it's doing that dream logic,
Yeah.
which is really cool.
Very cool.
So they don't ever actually say he's a pedophile, but we all think he's a pedophile.
Well, that's what we were talking about just on the drive here. Brady said that they insinuate or outright tell you that later.
Yeah, they tell you he was a pedophile in later films. I think it's like 4 or 5.
Even in this one, it's insinuated pretty heavily.
It feels like if there's a guy who takes kids to a cabin and murders them,
Yeah.
it's kind of just like, why? I mean, he could just be someone who likes killing children.
Yeah, they didn't really want to get that dark and deep with it, I guess, at least not in the first one.
But yeah, the insinuation seems to be, so yeah, we have, let's just reveal his backstory ahead. We don't need to.
Yeah.
Because they don't reveal it in the movie for like the first hour, kind of.
No.
But most people know his backstory anyway, so I don't think it's really like blowing the movie up or anything.
Not at all. No.
So yeah, Freddy Krueger or Fred Krueger, excuse me.
Sir Frederick is what he...
As his hat is labeled as Fred Krueger. I don't know if they call him Freddy very much in this, but he becomes Freddy Krueger throughout the course of the series anyways.
I think Nancy's the first one to call him Freddy. Yeah. At the very end. And I think that's where the name Freddy came from. It was just, he liked how it sounded.
Yeah, I mean, it's because like he's a more comedic figure, so to give him a more casual name works.
Well, and it works with the child aspect of it as well, right? Yeah. Giving it Freddy gives it like a softer, more friendly sound.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that he would introduce himself to a child as Freddy. Anyway, yeah, so Freddy is a suspected child molester as far as we're concerned, and child murderer.
Definitely that.
There's a technicality where he was caught and he got off based on some sort of like someone filled out the same.
Yeah, I forget what they said it was.
Someone entered the evidence wrong or something.
Yeah.
And they had to do a mistrial and he got he basically got away with it.
Yeah, was something dumb like signed on the wrong line or something?
His the big fat cat lawyer, I think is actually how they say it in the film.
Yeah.
Wrote something down on the wrong form.
That's what it was.
And
yeah.
they let him go, and
Well, it would have to be somebody from the defense for it to make it a mistrial.
Mm-hmm.
Because as far as I understand how legal shit works, it's not super important. Somebody fucked up and
Big whoops.
Yeah.
But the townspeople came together.
yeah.
It's not that much.
And this is a good. My girlfriend brought up a good point here, because they say they just surrounded the cabin and poured gasoline on it and just lit it up. And it's like, okay, but what if you had another kid in there?
Whoops.
Oh no, little Timmy's screaming at the life of
One to save the lives of many.
Yes, it might be.
Sorry, kiddo.
Maybe just peek through the door first. Make sure there's not 20 kids in there.
There's 2 screaming voices in there.
Yeah, might be a good idea. But yeah, that's the backstory. Hence his burned skin.
Yeah.
And stuff. And then yeah, we basically come to present day, and we start with Tina, which is interesting.
Why interesting?
Well, because usually most slasher movies, you start with the character that you're going to be following for the most of the movie. So we don't start with Nancy. We start with
Right, we start with the one that's going to get offed relatively quickly.
yeah. It's a thing that has happened in a couple other horror movies. Psycho, obviously, being one. Scream being another, but Scream is also made by Wes Craven, so
Yeah, he's with You got a few things to say about that?
there's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of through lines.
We were just talking about this. Was it in an episode or was it between recording? We were just talking about Wes Craven and his consistencies across movies.
Well, this
So it was James Cameron and Aliens
Yeah,
we were
yeah.
talking about.
this is the closest one for one
Yeah.
you'll almost ever see in two movies that are completely unrelated.
Interesting. I thought the parables you were drawing between Terminator and
Oh,
Aliens too. Yeah, Aliens, I mean. Yeah, that was cool. So I'm interested to hear what you got for this.
Well, I imagine we'll do Scream eventually anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But as someone who's seen Scream a gajillion times when I was younger, it was like the first horror movie that I was obsessed with, and I would just watch over and over again.
Yeah.
In Scream, where Billy Loomis comes to Sydney's window and sneaks into her room while she's in her pajamas and is trying to he lays on her bed and he's trying to talk her into maybe we can finally have sex.
Right.
And it's literally the structure of the house, the setup for the room, him plopping himself onto the bed.
Oh, really? Like with Tina and Rod? Is this
Was it Tina?
No,
it's Nancy.
it's Nancy and
Nancy and Glenn.
Oh, it's Nancy and Glenn and this.
Yeah, what's her name? It's Heather Langenkamp as Nancy and Johnny Depp, obviously.
Introducing Johnny Depp.
Yeah, first movie ever.
Do you know, Mike, what does that mean if he's got introducing in front of his name? Does that mean that's his first credit?
That means this is the
Amazing.
first time this actor has been in a motion picture.
Amazing.
this was also before 21 Jump Street.
Yes, I knew that. Yep.
And then and then look at the actor, he blew up, and then
Well, that's what I was going to say. This was 84. Johnny Depp did this. His very first credit. 6 years later, he did Edward Scissorhands in 1990 with Tim Burton and changed his career.
Also feels like sort of a reflection of this, because it's it's very close.
It is very close.
Where a guy has knives for hands, but now he's got knives for both hands.
Yeah.
But the difference is he's friendly instead of an asshole.
Instead of a dirty old bastard.
Yeah. I'm glad they burned him alive.
Me too.
Fuckers.
Hopefully it was just him.
Yeah. Whatever. Just shovel all the ashes down the hill, I guess. Why did she still have the hat?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Why is that still
she
there?
pulled it out of the dream.
So after she pulled it out of the dream, the mom stored it. Oh no, the glove.
She had the gloves.
Glove. Yeah. That's what she's stashing in the furnace. And I was like, that's a bad idea.
Probably get rid of that.
You probably shouldn't kill someone as part of a vast town conspiracy and then hide a key.
Keep possession.
That's sweet not.
This is strange behavior, lady.
I wonder how many children this glove has murdered.
Yeah. I'm like, why did you keep it?
Just to worship it. Like an altar around it.
Very strange behavior.
Oh yeah, I was gonna bring up. So Wes Craven, when he designed Freddy, he had three notable people in his life. His childhood bully, which was named Fred Krueger. there was a homeless man in town that wore almost the exact same outfit that Freddy wore, and he had a big burn on his face.
Nice.
And then the other one was just like seeing a guy wearing one glove, but the glove had spikes on it, like almost like a punk glove.
Sweet. Hey.
And he's like, yeah.
He turning that trauma into that drama.
Yeah. Also, I guess the homeless man was peering into Wes Craven's childhood window when he was a kid, like a pervert and stuff.
Possibly he was also. I mean, I'm not going to defend the guy. And I was going to say maybe he's fucked up.
That's at least one of those people enjoyed that.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess, yeah, we've met Nancy and we've met Glenn. I guess technically we meet Tina. I kind of jumped ahead there because I just wanted to highlight the screen parallels. Since Wes Craven made both movies. And they're close to 10 years apart from each other. It's like 84 for Nightmare on Elm Street and 96 for Scream. So almost a 10-year gap. If you ever watch it, you can very clearly, I mean, next time you see Scream, you could very clearly see that Johnny Depp and Billy Loomis are wearing almost the same outfit.
Oh.
And Nancy and Sydney are both in pajamas.
Really?
Yeah, it's very close. Like,
is there scenes for is like a scene for scene? Is there background drop or setting either?
It's just that scene.
Okay.
The first scene where we're meeting the main girl and her boyfriend is almost the exact same scene.
Interesting.
Yeah, I never noticed that.
Yeah, next time you watch Scream, you'll notice it. Sure. Cool. But yeah, we also have to introduce what's her name? Tina and Rod.
Yes, Rod. What a douche.
Man, I can't.
What a smargy little shit.
Well, he gets the lamest death in the movie. Come on, like, this guy's kind of an asshole. Let's give him a big death.
It's the lamest?
What?
You think it's the lamest?
The hanging death?
Oh, okay, yes, totally. Yeah, it is the lamest by a long shot. Who was I thinking of? We'll talk about when we get there.
Maybe. Well, you might be thinking of Tina's, because Tina's is a fucking wild ass.
We'll see. We'll see when we get there.
Yeah.
Those one sounds
stupid.
Yeah, Rod just did it. I mean, I get why Freddy killed him that way, because he doesn't want to make it look like he wants to maintain the illusion that there's no magic shit happening.
Yeah. But in later films, Freddy wants his name to be known so more people can, because if you know his name, you think about him, and
he's got the Peter Pan thing going on. If people believe in fairies, Freddy becomes real.
Yeah.
Yeah, the more energy you give him in your mind, the more powerful he becomes, essentially. Which explains him terrorizing a lot of different people at once.
Yeah.
And then slowly picking them off, rather than just killing them each time he enters the first time, right?
Right, wants to build up that fear.
Yeah.
Well, the whole basis of Freddy versus Jason is that no one remembers Freddy. So Freddy can't come back from hell.
Oh.
But Jason, having the mind of a child, pretty much you can...
So like Freddy scares Jason?
Yeah, he shows him visions of his dead mother, Pamela Voorhees, and...
It's been a while since I've seen that one.
Yeah, he manipulates him, and he's got Jason under his control, and of course at the end of the movie, he loses control of the monster, and it turns into the fight at the end. Sweet. Yeah, it's an okay movie. It's not great, but it's one you could put on at this party, and
we've watched worse.
Yeah, absolutely, we have. At least 3 times.
At least 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
So yeah, we also met Tina and Rod, who are also boyfriend-girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They were just hooking up. And
is that the case?
Yeah. Because I think they said they dated for a while and he was too pushy or something. And then they got
later in the movie. I guess they've had some drinks by then. He just picks her up and carries her off. And she's like, "Oh my god, no!" No.
Yeah.
But it's very much a like, "Don't save me."
Exactly. She's not all that against it.
Johnny Depp has to listen. Fucking really?
Yeah.
In the basement.
What does he say? Morality sucks or something?
Yeah. Something like that. But that's also another cross-reference thing between Scream, is that Nancy is a virgin and Sydney is a virgin. And that kind of establishes the framework of like something that kind of happens in every slasher movie, which is the girl who's the innocent one, who hasn't had sex, who doesn't do drugs, who doesn't drink,
is the one that's
the one who gets to live the longest.
Yeah. Complete opposite of real life.
Yeah, that might actually pan out with real life.
Evil lives forever.
Evil dies tonight.
Ooh.
Have you guys seen that shitty movie?
No.
No.
Oh, don't ever watch it. Halloween Kills.
I won't. No.
Evil dies tonight.
No. Halloween Fills. Is that which one is that?
That's the one after the 2018 reboot.
Oh, I have seen that. The one that looks like a made-for-TV movie.
Sucks ass. The reboot's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But the one after one great part about the reboot, if we ever do it, is 2 podcast hosts are viciously murdered in that. So I kind of want to get to that one eventually, just so we can be like, LOL, those fuckers had it coming, man.
Bunch of losers.
Yeah.
What'd you get for talking shit? All those famous people you talk down about.
That movie, have you seen it?
Which one?
Halloween 2018.
No, I mean, maybe, but I don't remember.
Oh, he knocks the guy's head. He kills the guy in the bathroom, knocks his teeth out, and then when the chick goes to the bathroom, he comes in and drops them over the edge of the stall while she's taking a piss.
Shit.
Fucking scary. No shit, man.
Noise. Doesn't he bludgeon someone to death with a tire iron at a auto body shop or something too?
And he stomps one guy gets one stomped. He just gets he stomps his head once and just fucking blows it up. It's brutal. Awesome movie, man. Anyway, different movie, unfortunately. Anyway, yeah, so that gives us our 4 main characters. We also, Nancy's parents are kind of important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the lore of this movie is kind of, it's sort of thin. Like, does Nancy's dad know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knows.
Seems like it.
Because he doesn't mention it.
No, but
he
there was
involved that he knows about it.
No, but there's an exchange look between the mom and the dad that says that they both probably knew about it.
So they were both either he was involved or he helped.
I think it's implied that pretty much all or most of the town's parents would have been involved in that.
I think it was the only Elm Street kid.
Elm Street.
I think the Elm Street gang, yeah. Like just their parents.
Yeah, in the area.
Yeah.
Yeah. But more than a handful. There's
Yeah.
like several. There's many.
Well, I think don't they say like Freddy when he was still alive killed 40 or 20 or 30 kids?
I was going to say it's something like that. So it's
Yeah.
a good chunk of the town.
Yeah, I think, at least 20, which is, like, I don't know how small this town is.
No, I was trying to think that anybody says
So it's hard to say how noticeable that would be. I mean, obviously, in any size town,
that's a lot.
that's going to be noticed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, how quickly it would be noticed as a pattern would depend on how big this.
Size, yeah, for sure.
Wait, are all Wes Craven's movies set in the same place?
I'd heard something about that too. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Possibly.
Because I think he has like a small, I think other than the original Hills Have Eyes.
Yeah, he's got like Stephen King's Maine going on kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they ever actually say the name of the place.
I don't either.
Right. So, I mean, we've met all of our main characters. It's established relatively early on that the 4 main kids are having dreams about the same person. This is before Tina's even killed.
Right.
It's been established that at least 2 or 3 of them have had dreams of the same character. And then later, the fourth character, I think Rod is the last one to admit that he also dreamed of him.
Yes. Something like that.
So yeah, they're all, it's established that this somehow everybody's dreaming about the same guy, which suggests that like something fucking weird is going on.
Drugs in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's very strange. So Tina gets tormented by him in a dream early on.
Mm-hmm.
Before he gets her, he torments her in her dream. And it's established that he's targeting Nancy as well. Because we see the effect is
So fucking cool.
where she's laying down,
Yeah.
and he's kind of appearing through the
Yeah.
wall,
Yeah.
reaching out for her.
For early effects, man, that's so fucking sweet. And I know other movies have done it. I was trying to think.
The Frighteners did it, but it doesn't look as good in as it does.
10 years later,
And
so.
Yeah.
and Poltergeist. When is that?
Poltergeist is around the same period.
Yeah. Okay.
Poltergeist
They do.
is pretty close to this.
They do some pretty cool shit like that too. I'm a fan. It's an easy one for me.
Also, a lot of the practical effects in this movie are awesome.
So fucking cool. The fountains of blood in this movie are so fucking sick.
Well, I know we're not quite at it, but like when the room spins and what happens, like they actually built a cage.
I knew it.
The room, and they actually flipped it.
I knew we were gonna talk about that. It was a rotating.
It was a rotating.
That's what I figured.
That was exactly what I thought as well.
The coolest.
This is like this. This is another movie I haven't seen it forever. I
Mhm.
watched this when I was like 18.
Yeah.
So like that's like 22 years ago. Long fucking time ago. And I saw it once and I haven't seen it since. So it's crazy to come back to it after all these years and still be blown away by some of the effects.
Yeah, man. Is this okay? I know you're horny for it, Mike, but is this around the time Tina's death happens?
Yeah, like that. I mean, that might as well be the next movie Jones do because they're all being tormented by him in their dreams. But the first indication that this is for real is, and it's the best kill in this.
So fucking good.
Not even close.
I was only kind of paying attention until this happened, and then I was tuned in a little more attentively.
This is one of the all-time great horror kills in my opinion.
Yeah.
For certainly slasher kills anyway.
And certainly, I mean, I know it's probably me, like a broken record, saying this every time I watch an older movie, but good Lord, for a kill in 1984, that would have been some sick fucking shit to see in the theater.
Oh, people at the drive-in were probably fucking amazing.
That would have been like, oh my God, let's so go see the new Dream horror movie.
Yeah.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
And then you're in there, you're like, what? Fuck. This may have been a mistake.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I'm definitely not sleeping tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I have to sleep for work tomorrow.
Yeah.
No.
I foolishly thought, because this is a movie, again, like so many, this was a young movie for me, right? This was the cousin showing me things they shouldn't have shown me when I was much younger than I should have been watching this. But for a half a moment, I thought, my daughter's getting old enough almost where she can start watching some of these horror movies, or kind of. And I thought, Nightmare on Elm Street's an old one. I remember watching that when I was a kid. Thankfully, I hadn't let her start watching it with me because she would have been scarred.
For me, the main reason I was happy, like I told my kids they could watch if they want, because I think they're old. They're 11 and 12. I'm like, I think you're old enough to handle this. But I'm glad they weren't involved. Because the awkwardness of the Rod and Tina.
Rod and Tina.
That would have been a scene that I would have needed to skip.
Yeah. Even the bathtub claw thing was a little weird, just considering the age that girl's supposed to be.
Yeah, they're
Nancy.
they're all 15 and 16.
They're supposed to be teenagers, but like any film production or television production, like 99% of the time, they're all like 20.
I did. I looked it up. I didn't look everybody up, but at least the gal playing Tina was 24 at the time of filming.
Almost every time they use like makeup effects to make them look younger than they are. They pick people who already look young, and then they use makeup effects to look them even younger.
For sure.
But yeah, Tina's death,
so fucking cool.
Fucking shit.
Yeah.
So one of the cool things this movie's doing is it's going back and forth between dream and reality and making it so you're never really sure
which is which.
when they're dreaming and when they're awake, which adds to like the sort of sense of unease for this movie, right?
Right.
So yes, Tina, she's been stalked. We've already seen other characters are also being stalked in their dreams, but she seems to be a number one on Freddy's list.
Yeah, Tina Bobina's gonna get it.
Yeah. So after her and Rod plow.
See, what name that name again?
It's like how casually you say that.
Or have coitus, as they would say in the 1800s.
They have
engage in coitus. Have a lewd evening, as a classical novelist might say. Anyway,
A cunning linguist, but not a cunning linguist.
something. I don't think Rod's doing that, man. I don't think Rod's too much of
That didn't happen. Yeah, he
I don't
is.
think Rod's doing it.
Yeah, he'd be the guy that'd say, I'm not doing that.
That's gay.
That's
She believes that she is hearing the razor scratches from the gloves in real life.
Yeah.
After she wakes up, of course, she is still dreaming. It's just the dreams constantly very closely ape what's happening in the real world to have that effect of are they dreaming or not? Yeah. So I don't know. It's like a monkey thing.
Excuse me, get that either.
I was like, so yeah, she goes out. This is again one of those things that they joke about in Scream. Is like, she's like, oh, certainly I'm not safer in my room with my boyfriend.
Yeah,
certainly I'll get dressed, go outside in my underwear and a jammy top,
and see what's going on.
just wander down the back alley.
What's going on out here?
What could go wrong?
Hey, get out of my backyard.
Yeah.
She also goes through a really creepy shed too, with the window broken.
Right.
Which it just doesn't make I think that's supposed to be an early, because there's actually a lot of the time there's when they switch from reality to dreams, there are visual cues and kind of obvious things that are happening, but only once you've seen the movie like
many times.
Yeah. I mean, I've only seen it twice, but I think I noticed a lot more this time. I'm like, okay, now it's a dream.
Mm-hmm.
Particularly at the end when they walk out of the dark house and into the bright light of day.
Yeah.
And the bars aren't on the windows anymore.
Right.
And
I did really like that the movie doesn't do like a fade effect or like a flash away or a vignette to show you that it's a dream sequence. Like you're saying, it's just cruising through one or the other.
yeah, it doesn't go.
Yeah. Or
Yeah. Oh, it definitely does that in the remake.
does it?
Yeah, a lot.
Really?
Like it does that weird wavy, almost a television old CRT screen like thing into a transition. Oh, dream real. Yeah.
I heard the remake kind of sucks, which is a bummer because I like Jackie Earle Haley.
Likewise.
I would have watched it if I heard good things.
I've never heard a good thing and I've never seen it, but just because we're watching this one and I like Jackie Earle Haley as well, I would probably watch it.
Yeah, if I was just clicking through a streaming service and it was like, especially if it's a 90 minutes like this one, it's easy. That's what you want.
Yeah.
Every time I see 90 minutes, I'm like,
Yeah, me too. Every time one of our picks is that 90-minute mark, I'm like, fuck yes.
absolutely.
The only saving grace for the reboot was, well, Jackie Earle Haley, and the rest of the cast were still up and coming, but they're all prominent actors now, like Kate Cassidy. I think most people's, when they seen like how Freddy looks, that's what kind of soured the movie for him. It's not a terrible film. It's just not
I've
worth.
seen it. He looks goofy.
Yeah.
He's a goofy looking motherfucker. in this movie.
Robert Englund just looks scary. He just,
I don't know. It's kind of always looked like an ugly-faced, ugly sweater, long nail having ass motherfucker to me. Get a nail file, bitch.
But what's scarier than that? That's cool that that was something I forgot right away. Is that they show him building making the glove at the beginning?
Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. I mean, it's hard not to wish you had a glove like that, you know? Especially when you're young and you see this movie, you're like, fuck, I want a fucking knife glove.
Yeah, come on, man. And then you're like, cool, I got my knife glove. Oh no, what am I doing?
Yeah, oh no, I get in trouble.
Yeah.
you don't really get to see the slasher villains or even like monster villains build their own gear. I think the only two I can think of are Art the Clown and Freddy.
Yeah, you don't. Most of the time, you don't see a slasher villain building their signature weapon.
Sometimes you see them build themselves, like Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah. Yeah, hey, speaking of pedophiles, am I right?
God, oh no.
Because that's the thing.
Ooh.
Back to Tina. So Tina is wandering down the alley, and this is where we get the key line that's in the opening. Please, God. This is God. Yes. Fucking sick line. Yeah. And I love that the cool, like, this is the first indication that he has magic powers, basically,
twist reality
when he's coming after you, because he stretches his arms to the wall and is making razor noises on both walls. So now he's got two gloves for a second, kind of thing.
Yep.
And he looks that way.
It's really spooky. Yeah, it's terrifying. And even right after that, the run he does when he chases Tina a little bit, he's kind of running all fucked up, like his arms are still flailing along. It looks awesome. It looks demented as hell.
Robert Englund's probably the only actor that could get away with that. I think like if Kane Hodder tried to run like that as Jason, that would just be stupid.
You need to have someone with like a very specific personality and thing they're doing with this character.
Yeah,
to make this, because he's both. I get, again, like you said with Art the Clown, Freddy's a bit silly. He gets a lot sillier as the series goes on. But in this one, he's a little silly, but he's still terror.
It's that childlike,
really scary.
Yeah, it's childlike terror because he's going after kids, right? It reminds me a lot of what It pulled from. Both the older movie and the newer movies pulled from that childlike villain as the antagonist against the children.
Yeah.
I love that.
Kind of be closer on the same level as a kid than a creepy adult.
Yeah,
or even just with Pennywise it's being a clown, but with this guy it's almost right there.
Yeah, I think it's in both cases it suggests that they're used to luring kids in
exactly
with their sort of jokey, fun personality.
It's the
and then once they've got them,
yeah,
too fucking late already.
It's that menacing, disarming.
Yeah,
it's the free candy on the side of light van.
Exactly, that's exactly what it is.
If it's from a white van, it tastes a hell of a lot better.
Yeah, that's what I've always said.
That gets us back to, we have to get back to Tina's kill, which is incoming. So yeah, he's creepily chasing her, kind of almost mugging a bit. Robert Englund's having a bit of fun with this. I don't know if Freddy was written to be this goofy at first, or if the way he was performing it and how compelling that was, they just change it, because that's a thing that happens.
Oh, for sure.
That was a Robert Englund thing.
That makes sense.
And Wes Craven, his original idea was to be more of just like a creepy in the background, almost like Michael Myers. And when they gave the reins to Robert Englund, they said, do what you want. Like, you'll have a script, but the way your mannerisms are and your movements, that's on you. You already know what the makeup was, but none of the cast knew what the makeup looked like.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't know what Freddy was going to be. They were just
Sweet.
show up to set and
And I saw that fucking guy when the first day they had to film with him.
oh yeah, and Tina's the first one who sees him.
Awesome.
He is chasing her throughout the neighborhood, throughout Elm Street, as probably is the case.
Yeah.
And eventually he catches up to her as she's trying to run back into the house where Rod is sleeping, or the dream version of it, or whatever.
Right.
And is this the point where she reaches up to try and pull on his face, and she pulls his face,
I think that's about right. Yeah. Then it's got the skull behind it,
which is
the goofy ass skull.
which is really silly.
I think it's really funny too. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's especially funny because it's right before the most terrifying scene of the movie.
Totally. Yeah.
So, yeah, at this point, Tina is sort of tossing and turning, and Rod wakes up from her tossing and turning, and he's just in time to see the claws go into her stomach. So, of course, he backs away in like terror, because he's like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
And then we have that sweet rotating room effect.
Yeah.
Where
Tips just a bit.
where Tina gets dragged up the wall onto the roof, where she gets torn apart.
Fucking amazing.
As Rod watches, and then finally just drops like a sack of potatoes into a pool of her own blood, which is so severe that it splatters him in the face when she drops.
Amazing. What is a great kill.
Oh, it's one of the all-timers.
So cool.
Gold star.
For a first kill, that's probably the best kill. I would have saved that for later on in the film.
They paying attention pretty quick. Yeah, it does start a little slow.
Well, that's
Not super slow, but
it's always a bummer, and I think Suspiria has that problem too. Like the original Suspiria, anyway, where the first kill is the best kill in the movie,
yeah.
and none of the other ones quite live up to it. And in this movie, Johnny Depp's
That's what I was
closest.
going to say. That's the one I was thinking of. That's probably
closest to this.
Yeah.
Because as we mentioned, the Rod kill is pretty
lame. I think Johnny Depp's might almost top it, but you're right. Like, to open that strong and then kind of go, backwards from there.
Yeah, and it's weird because this is something we've been discussing a lot on the show, is movies that have this giant reputation, but there's only 3 kills in this movie.
Yeah. It's a lot of it is timing.
4 if the mom actually died at the end.
A lot of it is just timing. It's a big deal because it's been out for 40 years at this point, whatever it is, right? Is it that great? Hard to say in today's world, but certainly back then I can understand why it got its following.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. When you go back and you watch it, it's kind of slow. It's a little thin. There's a few really cool kills and a really magnetizing performance as Freddy. I mean, that's what draws you in.
Yeah, and you can see how that becomes the foundation. And it's very clear, even though they do some really cool dream logic in this movie, it's very clear that this is a low-budget movie.
Oh, yeah, totally. All the way through. So, I don't know. Low budget, but the effects are top-notch. Aside from like you said, the skin pull with the goofy skeleton face behind it, but
that was
that
was Nancy that happens to.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah. Also, when you can see the little rubber mask when Freddy's putting his head almost through the window and the door.
Yeah.
I noticed it very clearly, especially when he's on fire later.
Yeah.
You can very clearly see that it is a man in a mask. Yeah. But I mean, that's how it's gonna go when you gotta light a dude on fire. You're gonna go life. You just gotta live with the fact that it might look a little wonky.
They did that fire thing in all in one take.
You'd have
like
to.
They
couldn't afford a second one. Whatever they got was what they got.
Oh no, Wes Craven said on the Blu-ray that he literally had to he asked the stuntman to do it a couple times. The stuntman just did such a good job of
They
like
nailed it.
being on fire, and like he's like, "Fuck, I'm just keeping this one in."
I imagine as a stuntman, you don't want to have to do that take too many times.
Be pretty relieved. Yeah, I think you'd be pretty relieved if the director said, "Yeah, that's good. Let's move on."
Yep.
Oh, hey, fuck. Yeah. I mean, I get paid again tomorrow if I did this scene.
I mean, there's a certain fun factor involved.
Yeah, there's a certain. I think they're like, do I want to get set on fire again? How many times in 1 week do I want to get set on fire?
One, you gotta go.
Ideally, 1 or 0.
And every time they put you on fire, eventually they have to put you off of fire. So you're gonna get blasted in the face with something.
Stuntman goes home to his wife. So how's your day at work, honey?
I got lit on fire a bunch. I got blasted all day long. Not again. Darn it.
James Cameron sets a lot of people on fire in his movies.
He does. He's a fire guy.
Yeah.
Explosion man.
I wonder if he just doesn't tell anyone. He just has a flamethrower just lighting actors on fire.
I imagine that's exactly how the set is.
If he dies,
Yeah.
he dies. Tina's taken out. The cops suspect that it is Rod's doing because he was the only one in the room with her and the door was
Well, look at the fucking guy. Look at him. He did it.
But yeah, I mean, you can see why they jumped to that conclusion. But I'm like, how on earth would that be? Like, there's no,
yeah,
it's such
dragging
a
on the-
supernatural kill that it's like, how the fuck could he have possibly done that?
Yeah. Power of Satan.
Yeah,
You've never had sex with Rod, have you?
something's getting blasted on the roof. when you lay down with Rod.
A rod, but not an E-rod.
Yeah,
I just assumed he keeps his leather jacket on.
Just
his leather jacket.
All the time.
well, it's funny because we see him shirtless when he's running from the cops, but he
right.
still has his leather jacket.
Yeah, you got
No shoes, just leather jacket.
He's got a sweat layer built up in there.
No shirt, but he's got to have the leather jacket. So
Gotta
we know
keep
it's one character.
Yeah.
Well, where else is he gonna keep the switchblade?
True. Yeah, I'm like, that's a weird him LOL pulling the switchblade and putting it in Johnny Depp's face and then like, look at this pussy. Look at this pussy.
From watching it, what I took was that Nancy and Glenn didn't like Rod.
Yeah.
It's just he happened to be the one that was sticking it to Tina.
Yeah. It seemed, yeah, you get the feeling that Rod is someone they have to engage with, not someone they want to engage with.
Yeah.
And he kind of just keeps, it's the three of them, and then he just kind of shows up and is like, it's me again. You know?
Yeah.
He's just, hey, Rod, I'm going to say a crass joke and act like a badass.
I just put together that Tina's the slut, Nancy's the virgin, Glenn's the jock, and Rod's the rebel.
Yeah, that boy, yeah.
Yeah.
How dare you boil people down to such base stereotypes?
Shut up, slut.
Rod is quickly suspected as the killer, even though that's like an almost impossible. But I mean, I guess on the other hand, as a police officer, you're not going to be like, I wonder if dream magic.
Well, exactly. I wonder if it was demons.
Yeah, I wonder if it was some kind of spooky magic that made this happen. You're going to look at the facts and try to figure out what happened from there, right?
What so? When Nancy's father, because he's the chief of police or the detective?
He seems to be the chief.
Yeah, the chief of police.
Yeah.
He's looking at when they're looking at the body after, he's kind of like, I've seen this before, but he doesn't actually say it. He does in a later movie, but that's a spoiler.
And again, like him and the mom kind of both give that same look of like, yeah, we know what's going on.
Yeah. Or at the very least, I think they kind of can see it, but they don't want to believe that that's what's really happening.
Exactly.
It's like, we thought we took care of this problem, potentially 15 to 20 years ago.
Right. Well, and even like you said, they're also thinking the same thing. Like, yeah, we killed this guy. That can't be it. We watched him burn.
Well, and presumably they disposed of his body and everything, right?
Well, yeah.
I guess they're going to leave a burned out fucking shed with his dead body inside.
Says you, motherfucker. Yeah. Don't tell me what I can't do.
Well, they do have, no, it's jumping ahead of quite a bit, but Nancy's mom has Freddy's claw.
Yeah, that's what I mean, which is so stupid.
We talked about that, yeah.
I'm like, why would you keep a keepsake of the person you conspired to murder with the entire town?
Sexual fantasies.
Doesn't make any sense. That's the opposite of a sexual fantasy for most girls.
For most, but not for mama.
Yeah.
So to go back to the reboot, Nancy's mom is involved with Freddy at one point in time. And
as like
that, and then Nancy might, and the reboot. This isn't a reboot. It doesn't do this in the original movies.
like Nancy Ventress.
Yeah, Nancy might actually be Freddy's daughter,
Oh shit.
and that's why
You're so cheap it. No.
Yeah.
Oh, and that one, he's just a straight up pedophile.
Weird.
Like,
That's at least the second time Jackie Earle Haley played a pedophile. So it's kind of weird when you start getting typecast. That happened to Kevin Bacon actually too. He started getting typecast as a pedophile.
Yeah, he did one horror movie where he was.
There's two movies I can for sure think of where he's a pedophile. Sleepers in the 90s with Brad Pitt and all those guys. And then he did a movie called The Woodsman
That's the one I was thinking of.
where, he's a pedophile in like 2005 or something.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking. That was a good movie.
Wait, it is. It's a wild ass one.
Yeah.
Mike, what was the other Jackie Earle Haley one? Where he
Little Children.
quite the name for a movie.
It's a great movie, actually. It's got Jennifer Connelly, Kate Winslet, and what's that guy from the Patrick Wilson.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Great movie.
You had me.
Great
Jennifer.
I don't want to Google that movie though.
It's honestly, it's a great movie. Well worth watching.
Good luck googling that one.
I was kind of thinking you were gonna say Bad News Bears, but
No, it's a great. Honestly, Little Children, great movie. 2006. Great fucking movie. Sold.
with a name like that, I was thinking maybe 70s, 80s.
Well, the metaphor, not to get like too far down the rabbit hole with this movie, the metaphor is that all of the adult characters have children in the movie, but also all the adults are behaving like children in terms of how they're pursuing their desires in such a selfish and self-destructive way.
Interesting. Horror movie?
It's not. It's just a very dark drama.
Neat.
But great. Honestly, great movie.
Neat.
Yeah. I think that was like the first really big Jackie Earle Haley movie, actually. Yeah.
No Bad News Bears. He was the all-star kid in Bad News Bears.
He was the bad news.
Yeah, he was the bad news. He ripped around on a motorcycle, smoked cigarettes, wear leather jackets.
John Connor?
Yes, he was John Connor. He was.
Did he hang out at arcades and skip school?
Whoa.
Yeah, actually, he does in the original Jackie's face.
What was the kid from the Blob riding on his motorcycle with his leather black jacket?
In the fucking sewers, no lie.
Yeah.
Which makes
Just the world's most badass kid.
Well, they do say that guys that wear leather jackets are the coolest.
I've never heard that.
As I'm looking at my leather jacket.
tell that to John Travolta.
Hey, he's an icon to us leather jacket wearing folk.
I bet.
Okay. Anyway, Rod has been picked. We see Nancy. He again, like, if you want to convince people that you're not the person who's behind the murders,
Don't attack them from a bush.
yeah, maybe don't grab them and cover their mouth. Drag them into the bushes. Like, it's me. I'm like, this isn't really selling your case, dude.
No. Also, no shirt on and just a black jacket. Just his leathers.
Like, he's all like, if you're not the one, if you're innocent, you stay and talk to the cops. Like, yeah, I was in a room, but
Depends on who you are.
yeah.
Yeah, that might have been a smarter touch. I mean, this is before they started really thinking about racial issues most of the time in art. But if I was doing a remake of this, I would have Rod be a person of color,
For sure.
either Hispanic or black.
That's an easy
somebody who's often thought
Yeah.
to be a criminal, even if they're not.
That'd be an easy 2026 Netflix swap for sure.
Yeah, that would kind of give the movie a lot more layers, but it doesn't really matter. Anyway, for all Rod's incredible purposes of trying to elude the cops, he's very, very quickly captured.
Yeah, well, he kind of just ran in a straight line. Right down the street.
Well, and then they reveal, Nancy says to her dad, "You used me," which suggests that the dad, like how the dad set up the sting was literally just by having the cops follow her.
They did. That's exactly.
Assuming that Rod would reach out to her.
That's exactly what happened.
But what doesn't make sense is Nancy was supposed to stay home from school, and she was just bored, so she went to school. So how would her dad know that she was going to leave the house?
Because he knew his daughter was a no good ne'er-do-well.
Something righty.
Dark side. Yeah, something complete.
Oh, Freddy's plan is, well, actually, no, it is complete in this video. I was going to say almost complete, but no, it is complete at the end. Right. So Rod's in prison now. Nancy goes to see him, and by the way, Nancy, like, I don't know if they were thinking about this in Stranger Things from the start, but Nancy's the person who kills Vecna in Stranger Things.
Yep.
And obviously Vecna is inspired by Freddy.
Spoilers.
So,
Yep.
yeah.
Next,
I kept thinking of You haven't seen Stranger?
No, I have. I was just me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I kept thinking of Nancy, and she's literally the chick who blasts him with the fucking shotgun at the end of season 4, and I believe she's also the one who finishes him off in season 5.
Her hair and wardrobe's a little bit similar in Stranger Things to it is in.
Yeah, the big perm.
Yeah.
Big perm that she has. Yeah.
I actually wouldn't have thought of that. I know there's a lot of references to horror movies in Stranger Things.
Well, yeah, season 4 is just a Nightmare on Elm Street.
Kind of.
It's them feeling like
Yeah.
Vecna's always there, even when he's not.
Chasing him in the
And
street.
kind of like seeing the like dream logic, like they see the clock in the hallway and they hear it ticking, even though it's not.
Very Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, like it's pretty clear. Like, and Robert Englund actually even showed up in season 4 of Stranger Things.
He did. Yes.
He was the guy who blinded himself and had his eyes stitched shut at the mental institution.
Oh, that is. Oh, yeah.
That's Robert Englund. Yeah.
Shit. That was.
So they were very clearly.
It's a heavy nod. Yeah.
Well, once you get Robert Englund there, they're like, in case you didn't get it,
We're doing the thing.
this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
So,
Very effectively done, though.
yeah. So, the next major thing we need to talk about, of course, Nancy's parents. Man. Okay, I was going to go right to Rod. But, that's what we all do on our first date, right? But, since I just thought of Nancy's parents, man, is Nancy's mom hitting that bottle.
Oh, I know. She's a beast.
Like, she's
Glug,
drunk. I
glug,
think
glug.
this movie takes place over the course of, like, 4 days.
Crushed that minor shot.
She's taken down a 26 of vodka every single day.
Yeah.
She like, I don't know how she can function as a human being.
It's her happy medicine.
Because that's a stumbly Joe fucking falling down
Yep.
of drinking.
No shit.
There's a scene later on in the film where Nancy's trying to go see Glenn.
Oh, yeah.
And like she opens the door and her mom just takes a bottle out of the fucking
That's
wedding cabinet.
doing that.
Yeah.
Like, it's pulling it out. It's like a rope.
New bottles.
Pulling it out from under the covers. Like, how many bottles does this
Oh,
crap
she's got them fucking stashed. She's been through this before with the family screaming at her. Stop drinking, Mom!
Yeah.
Well, Nancy has the same kind of addiction. She has a fucking coffee machine
Yeah.
under her bed and an empty pot of coffee. Like,
Yeah.
fucking hell.
Learning from the best.
Absolutely. Nothing gets you through a day like a good old addiction.
Yeah. And Nancy's is a lot easier to, at least the cops aren't going to, pull you over for having too much coffee.
Probably. Hopefully.
As long as you haven't had like 50
See how jittery you get.
all over the fucking road. And it's also weird that the dad doesn't ever mention it.
No, not at all. Yeah.
Like, so it's like, you've been with this woman for how long? Are you ever home?
They're divorced.
Oh, see, I thought that
okay.
is the case.
Because the dad doesn't live.
I had thought that too, because later on in the movie, because early on there's a scene where the dad and mom are in the house together, which suggests that he lives there. But then later on in the movie, somebody like one of the neighbors, when the neighbors were kind of gossiping about them, they're like, "Oh, she put the bars on the windows. I don't know about her or whatever." And then the wife says like, "Well, it's just the two of them in that house, and
Yeah.
a lot of strange things have been happening lately, right?" So that's what I've been wondering about that actually throughout the movie. I was like, are they still together?
I didn't really realize.
Because we never go to dad's house or anything.
No. I just assumed he's always busy at the precinct.
That was kind of what I was wondering. Is like, are they separated, or is he just Mr. 24/7 365 police guy?
That's what I think.
Well, police stations have beds and food.
Word.
And you don't have to deal with your wife who's had fucking 3 bottles in one day.
Hey, honey, what's for supper? Vodka.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, Rod's going. So this is the lamest kill in the movie. I always think about like any movie where somebody Invincible, actually, the latest episode of Invincible did a strangulation kill that fucking ruled.
Mm.
But 90% of the time, if they're doing a strangulation kill in a movie or TV show, it's the lamest, most boring, crappy way to kill a character.
I've always thought
The least violent.
Yeah, I've always thought they were just. I wish that when people got killed by strangulation in movies, it was just a little more realistic. I want to see bulging eyes, lips turning blue. And I'm just kidding.
Honestly, it is. Those are the ones that really work.
Because it sticks in your head. Yeah.
Yeah, because it has a more profound effect.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just like.
I did think it's less about the kill of Rod and more about all the people having to go in and find Rod, which I think is the worst part.
Yeah, and of course Nancy is Nancy has suspected that he was next because she saw him in the dream.
Right.
At Rod's bedside while Rod is sleeping, kind of mugging, being like, hee, I'm up to no good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm a bad guy.
Yeah.
I do bad stuff.
Wahaha, and so on. Yeah. So she runs to the police station and tries to get her dad to open the cell and let her see him. And it was 11:30 at night or whatever time it is.
He's fine. He's just sleeping.
Yeah. And then eventually she convinces him. And when they go in, they see that Rod they find him hanging.
Oh,
What we see beforehand is we see the sheet like
looping around
his neck with nobody doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Which again, cool. Like the invisibility effects.
Yeah.
So like that at least is cool, and then like having it go around his neck and pull him up without while he's still sleeping.
Yeah,
and then he starts to choke.
Yeah,
like that is cool. It's just after that first death.
That's what I mean. You go from
this is just like the
biggest
letdown.
Yeah. Luckily, they do notch it back up.
Yeah, one more kill later, we get a fucking gnarly gnarly kill at least in this movie.
I did like when Nancy was dreaming. Instead of Freddy coming after her, she goes to the police station and looks through the window and sees Freddy T1000. Wait,
Freddy T1000, different movie.
No, he phases through the cell door and he's just making fun of Rod.
Yeah,
while Rod's sleeping.
Yeah, it's just like
he's like, oh, this guy's next.
Check out this guy.
Look at this loser sleeping in the corner.
Him and his leather jacket. I'm gonna take that leather jacket and switch it for my striped shirt.
Yeah, so I mean, there's not that much to say about that. Of course, everybody comes in after, and they treat his body with a lot of respect.
Mm-hmm.
And they try to see if he's still alive, and like the way for a movie that is a bit thin at times, the way they show the police procedure of like a person. A prisoner has been cut down.
Yeah.
Them trying to make sure he's still alive, because like the guy holds him on his back and then lays him down with the help of the other guy, and then they start checking his pulse. I'm like that looks like
those are pretty solid general procedures.
That looks like how you would handle this situation. Like if they've had some sort of training, just in case a guy hangs himself in the cell, kind of thing,
No, it is a lot more paperwork. Yeah, a lot more paperwork.
The paperwork will kill you.
You're hanging on that one, Kyle.
Yeah, so this is where I think we get the big backstory finally.
Yes.
Before Glenn dies is where we finally get the big backstory.
Yeah.
And then, we've already been through that, so we don't need to do it. But somehow the mom, through her drunken haze, has miraculously managed to not just arrange, but also pay for the entire house to be covered in barred windows.
Yeah, she's high functioning.
Yeah, I'm like, that seems like something that would cost at least $1,000 and involve at least one contractor.
Did you see the size of the houses these people are living in though?
True.
They're okay.
True.
They'll be all right.
Well, and maybe she got a big chunk of the dad's pension when they separated, if they are indeed separated.
Yeah.
She got a big chunk of that good old police pension.
Got a big chunk of something.
I always just assume that like she just called did they say security company? And
yeah, it's like yes.
My ex-husband's like chief of the police captain. I need a discount.
Yeah, probably.
Because they show the house earlier on in the day, and then Nancy comes back, and there's bars on it.
It's already done. Yeah.
Yeah. Like you'd have to have a huge crew to get that size of a house done that fast.
Or just a really effective crew.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems very quick for maybe she has connections or something because of that. Like maybe that's the thinking. Or maybe it's just like, as you said, it's kind of a thin movie here and there. So it's like, who cares how it happened?
Too much.
Yeah. So this movie's got dream magic, so who cares how I'm got the bars on the windows?
Yeah.
Was all this a dream?
We will find out.
No, it wasn't.
There's not that much we need to talk about here except for the fact that Nancy finds out the truth.
Yep.
It's revealed that Freddy is indeed dead and that the parents killed him. And that explains his burnt skin.
Yeah, and why he's so fucking angry.
Yeah, and his vengeance. But see, we're not, again, that goes back to me saying this movie's a bit thin. We're never told what Freddy is or what his powers come from.
No.
Is he a ghost?
Doesn't.
Is he a cursed entity? Is he a demon? Because they keep saying,
Yes.
grab your crucifix.
Mm-hmm.
And Nancy is holding the crucifix a few times in the movies. And Freddy knocks it off the wall earlier. But there's never a scene where we even see if the crucifix does anything different.
Freddy's just Freddy, man.
So I'm like, why do we keep mentioning the crucifix and having the crucifix as like
It's just the idea of attributing demonic something to.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. He's never established as a demon.
No, he's never. If anything, he'd be more of a ghost or poltergeist.
Yeah, that's
If you have to.
Yeah. The later films get into more of what he is.
But we don't even know if that's necessarily. I think Wes Craven did the second one.
No, Wes Craven wasn't part of the second one. Also, Robert Englund was supposed to be part of the second one, but because he wanted more money, because the popularity of Freddy at that point. But Wes Craven did, I think the only one that Wes Craven did after this one was Final Nightmare.
And then New Nightmare.
And then New Nightmare, yeah.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah. Which New Nightmare is fucking awesome.
That New Nightmare, have you seen that one, Kyle?
No, is that the remake? They're the newest?
No, New Nightmare is like, it's like the actor Heather Langenkamp, who played Nancy in the original movie, is being stalked by Freddy in real life. Yeah. So it's kind of doing the meta thing that Scream would do a couple of years later, was also a Wes Craven movie.
Neat. New Nightmare?
Yeah, very meta.
What year is it?
It would have been around 93, 94.
Okay, so right around the time Scream would have been.
Yeah, right before this. I'm almost certain it would have been the movie he made before Scream.
Interesting.
Which makes sense. I mean, Kevin Williamson wrote Scream, but it makes sense that he was drawn to like another meta sort of thing, because that's what he was doing with Freddy for sure after Freddy died.
Yeah.
Freddy looks a little bit different in New Nightmare.
Yeah,
he's supposed to look more realistic, not just dreamy.
Mm-hmm.
The idea in New Nightmare, I think, is that he's almost like a tulpa, because so many people have been thinking about him.
Yeah.
For so long, he is real.
Yeah.
Like which is sort of a reflection of Freddy's power in that.
For sure.
Right? Like the more attention you give him, the more power he has.
Hey, me too, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's kind of the whole internet, actually, now that you mentioned it. But yeah, now we go to Glenn's death. Nancy's trapped now. She wakes up in the night after kind of realizing that Glenn has fallen asleep. For the second time in this movie, Glenn's a big fail.
He is a big fail.
Glenn is supposed to be...
Get your shit together, kid.
This is at least the second time in this movie where Glenn falls asleep when he's not supposed to.
One job.
Yeah, exactly.
One job.
Nancy also asks him to call her at like midnight or something to wake her up, because she's trying to discover things. And
yeah,
and her plan is to hopefully pull Freddy out. Yeah, of the dream. She thinks because she pulled his hat out, theoretically she could pull him out,
drag him through.
Yeah. So her big plan for the end, I don't think that. Oh no, that does happen. I mean, I guess it's hard to say if it happens or not, because in the end it's all a dream anyway. So it's like, oh, luck knows, right?
She talks about, or Glenn talks about dream skill or something. I think he calls it.
That just sounds like something that the screenwriter made up.
Yeah,
which is also Wes Craven. He wrote this as well, but it seems like it kind of just seems like, I mean, there could be something like that in real life.
That's the curmudgeon.
But I've never heard of that.
Yeah,
and it kind of just seems like, the Buddhists or something.
Yeah.
Something
for no reason at all.
Yeah, powers in your dreams if you something.
Yeah.
Like they could have just done the thing that Inception does, where they're talking about what do you call it? What's that word? And Vanilla Sky. I can't remember the term for it, but it's like when you realize you're in a dream and you can start controlling the dream.
Are you talking about like lucid dreaming?
Lucid dreaming. That's exactly the term I was looking for. But yeah, that's a better idea. I don't know if that was really a psychology thing at this time or not.
I don't know.
Like, I don't know if that was even a known phenomenon. Either way, it's again, third example, at least the third or fourth example of this movie having sort of a loose, it just keeps the story together enough.
Just enough.
And the idea that it doesn't become like total nonsense.
No, it's just held on by a red and green thread.
Yeah.
The basis for the dying in your sleep, die for real, was an actual phenomenon that, yes,
The video game movie?
No, it was an actual phenomenon that happened in somewhere in the Asias. I don't remember where, but a bunch of survivors had PTSD and they were dying in their sleep just out of nowhere. But some of the people that didn't die were constantly saying, "Oh yeah, we're dreaming about some crazy thing." And
well, that makes sense if you were all people who survived the same event, though, right?
Yeah.
For
But that's where Wes Craven got his idea for you. You can, if you die in your dream, you die for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then The Matrix sort of piggybacked on that same idea.
And stay alive.
Yeah.
This is the first time I haven't brought up Stay Alive, and you did?
Twice.
Twice? God damn.
At least twice. I don't know.
It's a living.
I'll be here all week.
Wow. I feel like Malcolm in the Middle right now.
You are.
I am in the middle.
And in the middle, you little sandwich.
For the first time, folks?
Hey, folks. Ho.
Anyway, Glenn is now in danger because he fell asleep again when he wasn't supposed to. And not to be a victim blamer, but come on, Glenn. This is the second time this happened in this hour-and-a-half movie, man.
Glenn, did you want to die?
Yeah.
That's how you die.
Yeah. So, Nancy, this scene is funny because this is the first time we actually see the mom, like, lit up. Yeah. Because we've seen her
drinking.
We've seen her destroying all throughout this movie.
She's just trashed.
Yeah. And then Nancy tries to get out the door and she's like, "Wow, sorry, I already locked it and it's barred and now you can finally get some sleep." It's like very much like the delivery. And again, she pulls another bottle of
She's got so much fucking money. No expensive that would.
Yeah, I'm like, Jesus, El Cristo. I don't even think this chick has a job. And she can just throw down a 26 every day.
But
pays
she's affording them bills, though, ain't she?
Yeah.
Ooh.
And that's a big house, too, man. I'll tell you what.
What's Nancy's mom up to?
She got I think assuming Brady's right and they are separated, I'm guessing she just had the better lawyer for during the divorce because, yeah, she seems to be independently wealthy despite the fact that,
She seems to have a money maker.
When you can afford to buy your lawyer a bunch of drinks,
Yeah.
you're definitely going to have a good lawyer.
Yeah.
True that.
And, Your Honor, this is,
Getting divorced from your husband? Oh, no, you'd better call Saul. Anyway, so yeah, this takes us to Glenn's death, Johnny Depp. This is interesting because it's still such a fucking cool death, but we don't even actually see what happened.
I know, but
it's an off-screen kill.
Yeah.
It's an off-screen kill, but one of the all-time great off-screen kills because you still get the effect.
Yeah, you get a pass for off-screening this one.
Because, yeah, so he, what happens is a hole appears in his bed and he's pulled,
Sorry through to the hammer.
he's pulled ass first.
yeah.
Which, whatever, man.
Thinking logistically about that, like Freddy's clawed hand coming up from underneath the bed and just grabbing Johnny Depp's ass and just dragging it down.
Oh, no. Oh, no. That's supposed to be an exit hole.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he gets pulled down and we don't really see what happens to him, but the effect of the geyser of blood coming out of the hole in the bed is fucking awesome. And then also, when it's his parents, yeah, because they're the people across the
Yeah, the people across the
the other people
street.
across the streets that we see criticizing
Yes.
Nancy's parents earlier.
Yeah.
So yeah, they rush in and it's just Johnny Depp with like a kind of a blanket pulled over him and the blood is dripping up onto the roof.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck, there's some cool
So cool.
It's in this movie, man.
And even like as the or am I thinking back to the rotating room? But there's blood shooting up and the guys are right.
Let's go straight up. Yeah, it was a rotate. It was the same rotating.
Oh, he's just Emery. Okay, well, there was a blood effect on the ceiling, and because there was guys were in right, so it was supposed to be so much blood, it was like foaming onto the roof almost. It was just so looking fucking thing.
Man, the effects in this movie are so fucking cool. I should have looked up. I didn't think to look up who did the effects, but it seems like it has to be one of the Tom Savini's.
I should have checked it out too.
I think it would have been Tom Savini because Craven and Tom Savini had
The
a.
guy who did the Things effects. He was active during this time too. Oh, I can't think of his name. I think it starts with an R.
Richard Murdoch. I'm just kidding.
No, I can't.
There was one other really cool.
Ray Winston, maybe, or something like that. I can't remember what the fuck that guy's name is. But anyway, there was a few guys kind of operating during this time period.
Yeah.
Who are like like if you want really cool effects, you got to go to one of these guys.
Yeah.
There's one other. It's not a blood effect, but the effect of I can't remember exactly when it happens, but it's on the stairs, and someone's going up the stairs.
Nancy's running. Yeah, it's
the stairs, and her feet are sinking in.
It starts turning into
Like pudding or something.
I thought the
Really cool.
the stuff from the movie, the stuff, just like how it was almost the same looking effect of like just the white substance is her feet sinking in.
Well, yeah.
Which the stuff is just a blob, but not as good.
Yeah.
Also, the stuff is a fun movie.
And if you go to OnlyFans, you can exchange white goo for feet.
Sometimes I do a lot of things with a lot of stuff. I don't know. Leaving that one alone.
We'll just leave that where it is.
We'll just leave it.
Yeah. So anyway,
Krueger, I barely knew her.
but we've got we're basically at the end game of the movie now. But before we do that, I realized we forgot to talk about the body bag being dragged through the school, which is another cool invisible effect because Tina keeps appearing to Nancy after she's dead in a body bag. That's like just kind of unzipped enough for her to like pull her head out and talk.
Go blah.
Yeah. And then we see, when Nancy's this is the first time Nancy falls asleep in the movie. She falls asleep in class, which #relatable content. And then she goes out into the hallway, which she doesn't really, but she goes out into the hallway in the dream and she sees Freddy the invisible Freddy like the body being dragged down the hallway and leaving the blood streak.
Yeah.
Even though there's no one there. And it's
right.
Yeah. One of the first times they really smartly play with the like art issue.
Yeah.
And then it's also in that scene we see that if you hurt yourself badly enough in a dream, you could wake yourself up because she burns herself.
Yeah.
On the pipe in the boiler room.
Yeah.
And the burn translates to real life, which is something that we see with every character.
Right.
If they are injured in the dream with Freddy there,
stays true.
It stays. Yeah, injury stays, or even the damage to your clothes or whatever.
Yeah. Tina, after she escapes Freddy the first time, like at the beginning of the movie, her mom walks in the room and tells Tina, "Oh, you should get your fingernails trimmed because you ripped your shirt."
Yeah,
but like fingernails don't rip clothes.
Oh no, that's mom numbing out from her horrible. I wonder if that's what she's meant to be doing, is like numbing herself out from participating in this conspiratorial.
It's a
brute murder. It
Yeah.
seems like all the parents in this movie are either drunk or workaholics. Because like Tina's mom almost seems like she is drunk, and she's the one that's always go back to sleep, sweetie.
Yeah,
And so does Nancy's mom, but Nancy's mom we see drink all the time.
Oh yeah.
Well, even Glenn's mom and dad, his dad's just sipping on a beer, and his mom's got a coffee cup of.
That's the science more than anything. Everybody was sipping on beers in the 80s.
Well, I think today we live in Saskatchewan. I think 60% of the city is probably sipping on beers. So I don't know. Not a lot to do around here. But yeah, this takes us to the end game of the movie where Nancy does indeed manage to presumably pull Freddy through from her dream.
We're missing a key thing. She home alones her house.
Right. And I
Movie trapped. Yeah.
including improvised explosive devices. I'm like, what kind of fucking book is this, man? She's reading it briefly. This chick, because it's like she's reading it the day before. Because I think both Rod and Tina are dead at this point, and it's her and Glenn talking on the bridge. And I'm like, how quickly did you read this book, man? And how quickly are you able to gather supplies? Because she's like literally got an improvised, like the sledgehammer and stuff. It's kind of just as Brady said, the Home Alone thing.
Yeah.
But the improvised explosive device and the mounted dart on the wall that activates it and stuff, I'm like, holy crap, what is she, a fucking engineer?
She also opens shotgun shells, pours them into a light bulb, and makes this an IED.
That's what I
But that wouldn't even work. Like, it's just, the gunpowder is just going to flash. It's not going to spray the ball bearings everywhere. But it does kind of just flash.
She was reading a bad book, man.
The Anarchist's Handbook. Anarchist Cookbook.
Yeah, but anyway, she manages to pull him through and then sets him on fire again.
Yeah. She douses him in, I'm assuming it looked like moonshine, her mother's secret stash of alcohol.
Just in case Prohibition comes back.
Yeah.
She's that prepared.
Can't go one day without it.
I don't know, the amendment's back.
Yeah.
No.
Or maybe she has one bottle and she just has a supplier just bringing her like jugs.
It just refills.
Used to say she's certainly not low on cash. Anyway.
No. They also everyone in all the movies almost seem to be rich people.
You see, and this is another thing actually, now that we're at the end, it comes back, that's another thing that comes back in Scream, is the fact that Freddy, like Jason is never bumbling. Jason never falls.
No.
But Freddy gets hit by her traps and falls down the stairs.
A stupid idiot.
Which again is like the Ghostface thing of like the girl attacking Ghostface and she shoves something into him and he falls down the stairs and she's throwing stuff across the room at him and he's like, oh, what the fuck?
Well, especially in this movie, it gives him more a sense of physicality instead of just a dream monster. But
yeah.
Even though he's kind of an idiot and just can be fucked with by stupid little booby traps.
Yeah.
Honestly, his reaction when the sledgehammer hits him in the stomach, it looked like Robert Englund was actually in pain for that because they're like, ah, shit.
There's a really funny reaction soon. We'll get to it in about 5 minutes, I think. But there's the funniest reaction in this movie is coming soon. So yeah. Anyway, Freddy's chasing her around the house and keeps hitting her traps and whatever.
Yeah.
Which I guess means that like, because we know that at the end it's a dream. So I guess what's happening here is because she's imagined the house as she thinks it is. The traps translate to the dream or something.
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
Again, it's a bit thin.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sick movie though.
Yeah. So she's getting chased around the house and she gets the better of him and manages to set him on fire in the basement, which leads to another gnarly fucking effect where she thinks she's killed him and then she runs upstairs and is looking around and then she sees, oh yeah, her dad comes to let her out finally because she's told her dad to come let her out. He didn't really take her seriously.
Yeah.
So he finally does come and let her out. And then she's like, Dad, I told you it was real. But then you look, he looks over her shoulder or she turns around and you see the flaming footsteps have come out of the basement and walked through the house and gone up the stairs.
Sweet.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
The flame, like them just like kind of creating a footstep with, I assume they created, doused a shoe.
Gasoline.
Doused a couple of shoes in fuel and made them walk through the house kind of and then just lit that up.
Yeah.
The stunt actor was on fire though. Maybe he was just him walking through the house.
You would have to do that, burn it. Yeah, you have to have something there to start it, and you could do just about anything down because it would burn just the fuel. So gasoline would be a top suspect for something like that, I would say.
Yeah,
not as probably like alcohol for rubbing alcohols.
Something that has a really high alcohol content or.
Sorry, throughout the movie, Nancy refers to his mom as her mother as mother, and then when the footsteps are going up the stairs, she's just yelling, "Mother, mother!" and then gets to the door, doesn't even open it. Mother, no! Yeah.
Well, see, this is like if Freddy was able to do this from the start, why do you even start with the kids? Why not just take the parents out first?
Get rid of the
Or maybe
man.
Maybe he just wanted to terrorize the parents as revenge. Like that's a better revenge than maybe killing them even.
The parents were tired of being asked for butter noodles every single supper. Yeah, and I said, "Fucking, just get Freddy back. Just bring Freddy in."
So yeah, one of the parents is praying at her bedside. Please,
butter noodles one more fucking night.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, then they get upstairs and this is the reaction I was talking about. Because we see again, this isn't really a kill. It's presumably the mom has been killed at this point. We just see a shriveled skeleton kind of being pulled through the bed.
Yeah.
Which is presumably the mom. And then the Nancy has a very terrified reaction, and the dad's just kind of like,
Oh,
well,
No more alimony.
you don't see that every day.
yeah, it was very much a, well, that's quite a pickle, isn't it? That's one of the strangest things I've seen in a while.
Yeah.
Like his reaction is very subdued.
Just another Manic Monday.
Yeah, very much. Like it's like, oh, this again?
Yeah.
Like it's the most chilled out.
Downplayed.
Yeah, the most chilled out reaction to seeing a woman that you know get turned into a skeleton and get pulled through the bed and then have the bed recreated something above her. Where I'm like, I think that's about as legit as you can get for like something supernatural.
I'd say that should do it.
Yeah, that'll do it.
I'd say that'll do it.
I think that'll do it. But it doesn't. It's just like, he's like, well, yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
And this is like, this is the establishment scene where it seems like everything is fine. But then Nancy has to defeat him one more time by being like, I don't care about you anymore.
If you don't believe in fairies, they can't hurt you.
And then we get this really good, which is so dumb because it's like just her, like they mentioned earlier, like this idea, I think a couple of times very briefly, that if you don't give it attention, maybe blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
But the scene when she actually uses it, it takes like less than 60 seconds for him to be like,
No, I'm
I'm going to get you, to being like, bah, and he turns it to like TV static and disappears.
Yeah.
Also, that effect.
Which, again, though, why did that even happen if he's not dead at the end? Was he faking it out, or like what the fuck happened? Or did it only temporarily defeat him? Or
Only temporary.
because that seems to be like the whole point is like, we finally figured out how to beat him, and then he's like, just kidding, I'm still here.
Yeah. He's got to come back for round 2.
Yeah.
And 3 and 4 and 5.
And then 7 and 8, many rounds to come.
The effect when Freddy comes out of, like, just being bulbously pushed out of the sheet.
Yeah.
That was a cool effect, too. That was almost like the wall effect.
That's what I thought too. Similar.
But, like, I think the wall effect looked a little cooler than the...
It's just the way it's stretched across. It looks cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot cooler.
Yeah. Yeah, because it looks like what is presumably drywall with wallpaper on has now become like this bulbous, soluble substance for a moment, and then as soon as the mom comes, it like back into the wall it goes. But yeah, that takes us to presumably the happy ending of this movie, which the balls on this ending, man. It's pretty rare, even today. It's pretty rare for the villains to win at the end of a horror movie.
Yeah. Yep.
Like 40 years ago,
Yeah.
that would have been exceptionally rare for the villain to win at the end of the movie.
For sure. It screams to me that they knew they were franchising. It's like they knew they were going to do a sequel. They knew they were going to keep going. They knew they were going to make more and more and more.
Yeah, I would
And
wonder.
a lot of, especially during that time, a lot of horror movies were doing it. And you got to wonder at the foresight of the guys that did it and then keep going.
I would wonder if Wes Craven originally wrote it so that Nancy wins, but then you got the producers looking at this and they're like, this is something.
Yeah,
This is something. I think we could maybe do something with this. And then they get you to, because that happens a lot, and then they get somebody to rewrite, whether it's Wes Craven or somebody else, they always rewrite the ending.
I've always kind of thought the same thing, because usually it's jarring when that happens. There's a really nice moment where things kind of seem to tie up, and then it takes that right turn to, oh, just kidding, he's back, he's still there.
Yeah. Well, they do this, again, they do that really directly in this, and it's like, I think it's kind of setting you up to, because most horror movies follow this kind of theme, particularly slasher movies, where at the end, whoever the person who's alive at the end beats the slasher, and then the movie ends.
Mm-hmm.
And it's suggested that maybe they'll come back or whatever, but
Mm-hmm.
for the most part, it's pretty like cut and dry. In this case, though, it's nighttime when she opens the door, and it's daytime when she walks back out.
Yeah.
And her mom's alive, and all of her friends are alive,
Mhm.
and the bars aren't on the windows anymore. So there's like a lot of visual cues. It's this idyllic summer day. All of a sudden, it's perfect. Flowers are blooming on the porch. That drunk lady definitely couldn't have been passing a damn terrier. So, yeah.
Yeah.
There's like for if you're like looking for it, because I'd already seen this movie, so I already knew I was looking for different little details that would tell you that,
It was or wasn't.
that it's, that clearly this is still not, because how did it go from night to day? How are the bars off the house?
Mm-hmm.
The front door is repaired. It's kind of like through the dialogue, it sort of suggested that, like, wow, we sure figured this. It's been a couple of months. And then the mom's like, you know what? This is the biggest indicator that this is a dream. You know what? I don't feel like drinking.
Yeah, okay, Mom. Sure. We all feel like drinking, dummy.
Instantly,
Yeah.
overnight, just cured. It reminds me of, like, what's her name? Sandra Bullock in Crash, falls down the stairs and whoops, my racism's cured.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go.
But anyway, obviously, as we all know, Freddy is Freddy's still in charge of the dream. We're still in the dream. And the central indicator, in case you weren't, noticing all these little incongruencies or whatever you want to say. Inconsistencies. That was the word I was looking for. When the car comes up and all her friends are inside, the top goes up.
Yeah.
And it's Freddy's colors.
Yeah.
It's the striped Freddy colors.
Yeah.
And the windows go up against their will. Nancy realizes and she starts screaming, Mom. And then Mom's like, I see this silly child.
Yeah.
And then again, this is again the thin thing, because isn't the mom already dead?
It was in the not dream.
So, and then, but so Freddy, the big as Freddy's claw comes through the world's smallest window.
Yeah.
And somehow he still pulls her through, and you get that cut where you can literally see that it is literally a mannequin and or a rubber doll. A very stick.
I didn't look.
Oh man, rewatch that scene.
Yeah.
It's very clearly goes from a person
Just a doll.
to either a plastic or rubber
Awesome.
creation. Because I think it's because that window's too fucking small.
It would be.
It's impossible because it's like a 1 foot by like 8-inch window.
Yeah.
And it's just too small to pull to find a way to pull a human. Like they just need to replace that door.
You need a wall-sized door to have a human go through that.
You need what you should have had was the maybe this wouldn't have had the person getting sucked through the effect that they wanted, because it has her like kind of go whoosh through this tiny window.
Yeah.
Which maybe that's the reason, because
Well, that's
dream
scare,
logic,
right?
Because it's dream logic still.
Yeah.
But like the way I think you would want to do this, if you could find an equivalent impact, would be to have like the kind of doors that a lot of people have, that's a window on top and it's a door on the bottom,
You could do just about anything you wanted in theory.
Yeah. Anyway, Wes Craven, legendary guy, made this and Scream and a few other ones.
Mm-hmm.
The Hills Have Eyes.
Yeah, The Hills
The
Have
Swamp Thing, which was a movie that no one ever watched.
Guy's a monster in his own right.
Yeah. So anyway, that's the end of the movie. Final thoughts. I'll go to Brady first. Bounce it back to myself because technically this is my pick, even though it's a Mystery Hat pick.
Who's Mr. Hat? Oh, Freddy's one of my favorite horror movie villains of all time. So I definitely had probably more fun with this movie than you guys probably did, even though you guys seem to both like it.
Mm-hmm.
The sequels get a little better in my opinion. Well, except for two sucks, which also has a documentary called The Gayest Film Ever Made, worth a watch because it's awesome.
Dream Warrior seems to be the favorite.
Yeah, Dream Warrior is
This and Dream Warrior seem to be the favorites.
New Nightmare will still be my favorite just because it's meta and it's kind of in the real world but not in the real world. But yeah, I love Freddy, and that's my spiel, and I'm sticking to it.
Sweet.
Also, if Robert Englund wants to be on the show, you can come.
Didn't he die?
No, Robert Englund's still alive.
I thought he died.
We could always whip him up.
Freddy's Dead is a name.
We could do the
Weekend at Bernie's.
Call it the bird. Yeah, I was gonna say weekend at Bernieism. Mr. Kyle McElroy, what do we think?
Great movie. It's a good time. It's nice to see a horror staple again. It's a little old for me. I think maybe I missed my mark for this one, like some of the other older movies. I saw it when I was a kid. I'm sure of it. I just don't remember it much, so it doesn't have a huge connection to me. And watching it now, like you said, it's pretty thin. There's some pretty cool shit in there, though. It's a good time. You gotta watch it if you're watching horror movies. You have to.
Yeah.
I'll kind of just leave it at that.
I'd say this is one of the pinnacles.
Yeah, of the ones, if you're a horror fan, this is one of those ones like Texas Chainsaw and some of the other older ones we mentioned.
Well, it's like we talked about.
You gotta see this.
You have to. I mean, like we said, Freddy Krueger is literally a mascot for horror. Like, he's up there in the tops of characters from horror movies, villains from horror movies.
One of the most, arguably the most recognizable. It'd be between him and Jason. There's the most recognizable.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's some new people that are kind of stepping in. Like Art the Clown's going to be up there someday, I'm sure of it, but it'll always be Mr. Freddy Krueger in the back, man.
Yeah.
Hopefully with no children.
Oh, I don't know.
This is also a movie that if you're wanting to get into horror movies, but you're hesitant about, it's a good starting point.
True.
Because it is scary, and there's a lot of cool blood effects, but there's never really a point where you're terrified unless you're watching this at night and you're falling right asleep.
Yeah, I mean, not as an adult. As a younger person, I would see that this would definitely terrify you, but as a grown-up, you'll be
just impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just like, how did they do that effect? That's gnarly.
Yeah, completely agree.
Mr. Mike.
Oh, yeah, by the way, also the movie that Nancy's watching earlier in the movie, I don't know if you guys caught it, but she's watching the original Evil Dead, which was already out at this point.
Sweet. Oh, I didn't know. So that's really awesome.
Which, again, another one that's going to be probably a future episode. At least one of the Evil Dead movies we'll be doing. It's the scene where, it's the scene in the cabin where the one guy starts playing the tape. If you go back to that scene, it's the turn it off,
Oh, okay.
turn it off. Oh, that's the scene she's at when she turns the TV off.
Nice.
When she turns it off. Or when the scene cuts and makes it like something else is going on. I can't remember which, but anyway. Side note, Evil Dead is also in this movie. And for me, my rating stayed the same. I had it as a 4-star movie. It stayed as a 4-star movie. It's a movie that, it's not a perfect movie. But it's got a lot of cool shit going on in it. It's a really original idea. So, despite the fact that it has some flaws and some cheesy writing and some cheesy acting, I think for its time, this is like a knockout.
Mm-hmm.
One of the all-timers, like gold star slasher movie. Just two of probably the coolest kills anyone in 1984 had ever seen in a movie.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So anyway, cool movie. It's still not like my favorite horror franchise, but I'm glad it popped out of the hat because it's a fun one to watch, and that I hadn't seen it in so long.
Wait, which hat was it out of? Freddy's hat?
Yes. So since we're going to Kyle now. Kyle, are you man enough to see the hat?
Oh, to see the hat.
Yeah.
You can't touch the hat, but you can see the hat.
I am the hat. Yeah. Hat me, motherfucker.
You two had expressed some interest in being
I want to be hatted.
Okay. I will retrieve the hat.
Hat me. I ain't no bitch. I ain't scared.
Let me adjust this mic as I come closer to you. Because you're standing right at it. Doesn't matter.
We can't cross the streams.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to reach out.
I'm going to
Shaky shake.
Okay.
Make sure you only get one because they're all very small.
This is at least one. I don't know how many that is.
If there's two, you got to throw one back.
Yeah, like, what do we get? Can I put this one back? Oh,
hell yeah. What did you get?
Poltergeist.
Nifty.
That's weird to follow up.
Yeah, talk an episode.
What a perfect follow-up.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Cool. Well,
Poltergeist me.
so Mr. Kyle McElborough drew Poltergeist, the Steven Spielberg / possibly Toby Hooper horror film.
Hooper? I barely knew her.
Somehow it's still funny. Okay. Anyway, so until next week when, don't you like clowns? Aren't they fucking funny? We will see you in
7 days.
And until then,
Keep your eyes open.
and we are out.